Ooh, look at that loaf.
Meatloaf three-way.
Meatloaf three. Oh!
If you didn't hear that on your microphone, Meatloaf
Nick,
three-way
it took
from
you
Nick.
5 months, but you just had a good idea.
Pull up a chair and get ready for a good time with Michael Symon, Carla Hall, and Clinton Kelly. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, welcome to Chewed Up. My name is Clinton Kelly. I am here with my friends Carla Hall and Michael Symon. And it's Wednesday, right? And what's the theme of this week? The theme of this week is there is no theme.
Anything goes.
Anything goes. That scene, the opening number of Indiana Jones, that, when the Kate Capshaw does that, and that's the best scene in that whole movie.
I haven't seen Indiana Jones. There's an Anything Goes like that?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
That was the second one, right?
The second one, yes. It opens with Kate Capshaw in Hong Kong, I think it is, and they're doing that number, Anything Goes, in Chinese. It's so good.
I remember now.
The rest of the movie kind of sucks, although Harrison Ford's body in it is, wow, primo. Am I horny this week, or what's going on?
Mario.
I think you are. The Anything Goes week is really bringing out the best in you. Or the worst.
Or the worst.
Depending on how you look at it.
Well, anyway, I'm excited about this week, especially this day, because Carla is making a meatloaf. Now, I remember, we have these editorial meetings, that Nick makes us have. And Carla threw out the idea of Spice Roulette Week.
Yes.
But we decided to make it a day. It could turn into Bean Week. People could say like, oh man, I love Spice Roulette Day, make it a week. That could happen. But
So we'll
explain what
see.
the idea is.
So the idea is you have a dish. So I love meatloaf. I mean, your traditional meatloaf. But I'm like, if I got a spice roulette, and spun it, and if it landed on Mexican, I could do a Mexican-inspired meatloaf, or I could do like a French-inspired meatloaf.
So you can play with the flavor profiles based on like an Americana dish with flavor profiles from around the world.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. That was so succinct. Because I think people have recipes that they're looking for an actual different recipe to do, but if you already know how to do a roasted chicken, you already know how to do a meatloaf, you already know how to do like a smothered pork chop, whatever, you can change that and have all these other dishes, but you don't have to really overthink it.
Make it your own.
You make it your own.
Let's spin the spice wheel right now.
Oh, cumin.
Oh, Mexico. That's Mexico. So I think I'm going to use cumin, and I think I'm going to use chili powder or something like that. Poblanos, that stuff.
It's unbelievable. They all ended up watch. I'm going to put them on your board right now, Carla.
So there was a little bit of planning, but I really love meatloaf. One of the things that my mother knows how to make is meatloaf, and it was always so good. So I have some breadcrumbs, and I just get seasoned breadcrumbs. I'm putting some cumin in here, and then I'm doing like chili powder, or you could do like a taco mix. This is Mexican-inspired. So I'm just telling you, Mexican-inspired.
Mexican-American.
Yes.
Yes.
You're not going to find this probably at dinner tables in Mexico.
No. Some salt, I'm gonna add some pepper, and I'm putting all of this in my breadcrumbs. And sometimes if you are gluten-free or you're gluten intolerant, you can use oatmeal and put that in your spice grinder, and then you have oatmeal. And now I'm going to add some milk.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Always mix your spices together outside of the meat. I made a mistake recently making some meatballs where I put the spices on top of the meat, and then to get them all incorporated, I did too much kneading, and my meatballs were tough.
You had tough meatballs.
They were tough.
Nothing worse than a tough meatball.
Right? I was
Kelly.
like very disappointed in my tough meatballs. I was like, I'm never gonna do it like this ever again. So now I always mix my spices on the side.
I put my egg in here. Everything.
And a couple shells
And a
just
couple
for some
shells.
extra protein.
Calcium.
When you think eggs are expensive, put a shell in there. Let people know you really spent money on them.
What was that little noise you made?
Yeah. These aren't boxed eggs, you can tell, because I put a couple shells in there.
I love you. Anything that's expensive, you just break off a little piece. All right, so, it's another shell. Lord have mercy. Okay, got it. Okay.
You want a fork?
I think it's good. That's good. All right, so this is my mixture here. So that's your breadcrumbs,
that looks
a little bit
tasty.
of milk, egg. I don't like that alone. I was aggressive with that egg breaking. All right, so then the other thing that I do, a lot of people will say, I don't like meatloaf. I love meatloaf. And I feel like when you love something, you're the one who actually is better to share this thing with other people to change their distaste of something. So I would normally do like mirepoix, carrots, onion, and celery with this. But because it's Mexican inspired, I'm using a poblano.
Nice.
And I cut around the outside of the top of the pepper and pull out all the seeds. I try to get those out of here.
It's funny, like growing up in the Midwest, like,
Yeah.
meatloaf. I ate a lot of meatloaf.
We had a decent amount of meatloaf.
So we had Midwest lot of meatloaf.
Yeah.
I'm like you, Carla. I love meatloaf. But I always think of the movie The Christmas Story. Remember when he sit at the table, meatloaf, beatloaf, double, eat. Like, I hate meatloaf. When they're trying, and he's like, I wouldn't eat the food. It always makes me think of it. But like when my mom made meatloaf, and I just thought that's how meatloaf was as a kid because of her Italian inspiration.
Yes.
It was basically a meatball in a loaf pan.
Yeah.
Like it had
Yes.
all Italian seasonings in it. She didn't put ketchup on top. She put tomato sauce, and when it came out, she put a bunch of Parmesan on it. Like it was like Italian meatloaf.
That's what my mother
basically.
did too. It
Yeah.
always had a red sauce on it.
Yeah.
And Parmesan cheese.
Right.
Delicious.
And then I went to my friend's house once, and I'm like, the hell is this?
Like, what's this?
Have you ever had a real Italian polpettone?
Oh, yeah.
That's like a meatloaf that's got stuff folded into it, and it's got like spinach and egg
Yeah.
and cheese
Yeah.
inside. It's like almost like a roulade
Yeah.
meatloaf. It's like we need
What?
to make that on the show.
We could
We
make that on the
absolutely
show.
should.
Yeah.
I think the idea of a roulade and stuff in there just sounds really good. But also, I think to empower yourself as the cook, like how would you make this different? And so if you're doing that, let's say if you're doing a Mexican-inspired meatloaf, what would be in there? What would you stuff it with?
Corn.
Corn? Corn? You can do like,
You put me on the spot. I don't know.
but like black beans.
Oh, yeah.
Think about you make some kind of a mixture.
I feel like corn would be kind of
Corn
good
would
with
be
meatloaf.
great.
I got to tell you because I like corn on the side when I'm
Yeah.
having meatloaf, right?
Yeah, I would buy that roasted frozen corn.
Yeah.
That
would be good.
That would be
I
good.
would try that.
But whatever you're mixing it in, make sure you season it in so that it's delicious, so that when you're eating, it's not like pockets of
Yeah.
water and not unseasoned.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I like corn. I'm trying to think if I like corn in my meatloaf.
Wouldn't you like let's imagine this plate, right? You have a plate where you have like a slice of meatloaf, and then you have some corn and some mashed potatoes. Now think
Yeah.
about when you had all of that on the same fork. Wouldn't that be delicious?
It would.
Yes.
I just don't know if I want to be the one in control of it. Like I guess where my brain goes isn't so much what I put in, but what I put on. So maybe like I would do like chipotle adobo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something like to spread on top of it to bake it.
Right.
And then serve it maybe with avocado and salsa fresca or pico de gallo and things like that.
Oh, yeah. Pico de gallo.
So I took all of those vegetables. I took the onion,
onion.
garlic, and poblanos. I put them in the food processor, and I chopped them roughly, but not in big pieces, so that when I pulsed, it would be sort of small and not mushy. You're not trying to make a puree here. So I have that here. And, in this small bowl, I'm going to mix all this up. That's because I didn't ask for a bigger bowl. But I just want to get all this mixed up before I get to the meat. So I'm going to mix everything up here.
See, I see Tim running to the back right now. Tim's like our culinary director, and he's trying to escape. But Tim has been with me for a long time, and he loves giving me the smallest fucking bowl to mix a bunch of stuff. So I'm happy to see that he does it for everybody.
Tim, throw Tim under the
Look
bus.
at Tim, right?
No, this is totally fine.
Hi, Tim.
All right, so this goes in. Oh my God, I gotta lift up my glasses because the gas
the
from
jalapeno and the onions.
Yeah, I got caught
Or the
in my
poblano.
glasses.
One
All
thing
right.
that you did, Carla, that I think is important, because my mom always did it this way, I always do it this way, and I do it with like little meatballs or cafeteres too. Like a lot of people sweat onions before they put them in. I like raw onions in
Yes.
this preparation because they release moisture as it cooks
Yeah.
to kind of keep your meatloaf or meatball or whatever a little bit more on the juicy side.
That is exactly it.
Carla's got to go with the gloves.
I'm getting the gloves because I really want to mix it in here, and I don't want to over mix it. But a lot of times I get a lot of moms saying, "Oh, how do I get vegetables into my kid?" And I think you can really put a lot of vegetables in your meatloaf. So I'm just mixing it up
Force
here.
feed them.
Huh?
How do I get vegetables into my kids?
Did you say force them?
Force feed them.
Oh.
Force feed them.
And
Or
force
do
me.
what my parents did. You're gonna sit down at that table until you eat
Oh
your
God, do what our parents did. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've talked about this before. We are Gen X, and Carla's, you're what? You're like
I'm a
you're
baby-
a young boomer.
a young
You're
boomer.
a young boomer. But we talk about this all the time. How life was so different. Kids these days have no idea. It was like for the summer, for example, like you'd be home. All right, you had your breakfast, get out of the house.
Yeah.
Like, don't come home until sunset. Have a great day. What?
I literally just reposted today in my stories. I read this thing and it just made me start cracking up. Some people, like the younger generation's not gonna think it's funny, but it said, "You can't hurt my feelings. My dad drove me home from my Little League games."
What?
If you think you can hurt my feelings, you can't. And I'm like, oh, yep, that's so true. Like, I remember getting in the car, and it was never like if I had a bad, wrestling match or whatever. It was if he didn't feel that I gave a full effort,
Yeah.
or I didn't. So, I could hear him saying it, God rest your soul, Dad. So what were you thinking about out there today? I'm like, huh? Well, what were you thinking about? That's how he would say
Translation. Why
That's
does
how
it
we
suck
get
so
it
much?
now. Like, what the fuck?
All right. If you are laughing, drooling, or yelling at us through your screen right now,
Then you're one of us, and we love you for it.
So don't just watch in silence. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube or follow wherever you're listening.
Yeah, that way you don't miss when Clinton starts another bread and cheese crusade.
okay. Or when Michael burns something on purpose.
Oh, whatever. It's called Flavor Clinton.
Subscribe, follow, tell a friend, whatever it takes.
More chaos, more comfort food every week on Chewed Up. So, y'all, look at the texture of this meatloaf.
Beautiful.
Nice.
It looks a little bit like pate, but you need all that moisture. I think a lot of times people don't put enough moisture. As a matter of fact, I was looking at my ingredients. I'm like, oh shoot, I think I forgot the milk in my recipe. So we're gonna put this in.
Okay.
It's like
See, Clinton? Pate, cold meatloaf.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Could have sold it like that.
it. So it's the oven is at 350. It's gonna take about an hour or so.
All right, well, we have time to kill. Let's just.
I have time to kill. Over here, Michael. So I'm gonna make a sauce for the meat. Oh shoot, I need to take that out. Take that meatloaf out. I forgot.
ma'am.
I love some stuff. So I have the enchilada sauce. So, is it hot already?
Not fully hot.
Okay. So enchilada sauce that
Enchilada
comes in a
sauce.
can, and then a little bit of ketchup.
Ketchup.
And then some apple cider vinegar. I like the tang. And if I'm doing a regular meatloaf, that's when I would use like horseradish and ketchup. So this is another place where you can
put horseradish on top of a regular meatloaf. That's it.
yeah,
I like that
and
idea.
ketchup and a little bit of mustard. So this is another place that you will.
What are those
We
for?
just had those out. I had those in the slaw.
Oh, got it.
So you mix that up and you put half of it on the meatloaf. Let's see.
I like it. Half on the meatloaf.
Half on the meatloaf, and then we're gonna bake it for about 45 minutes, and then we'll put more on before it comes out.
Got it.
Yeah. So this is another place that you can add in another flavor. So you ask yourself, hey, if you're doing a Greek meatloaf, how might you do this? I mean, I know you talk a lot
Oh,
about
yeah. Inside I would probably put oregano and lemon and garlic. And I
Nice.
think of it a little bit more like a bistec or caftere kind
Yes.
of situation. And then on top, I'd probably serve it with a little tzatziki on the side.
Yeah.
But on top, what would I put on top? I might leave it kind of naked on top, but instead of using milk in the mixture, I would use yogurt.
Yeah, I like that. I like
that
that.
sounds
Yeah.
To give it a little tartness.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
You know what you could do? I just realized, every culture,
Yeah.
cuisine-wise, has a meatball.
Yeah,
right?
they have a version of it.
There's always a meatball in every culture
Yeah.
across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to turn that into a meatloaf, you could find your favorite recipe for meatballs from another country and just
Yeah.
adjust the seasoning.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might do that someday.
Yes.
I was thinking what would a Thai meatloaf be like? Lemongrass or
Ginger,
ginger?
Yeah.
Chilies.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
cilantro. maybe a couple shakes of like fish sauce.
Why don't we do meatloaf week?
Let's change the world.
Like before, like I know you're getting very excited about your weeks, but like Bean Week hasn't happened yet. Like hopefully Bean Week doesn't take a big fart.
What are you talking about? Bean week happened like 3 weeks ago.
But we don't.
You don't remember Bean week?
No. I mean, I remember filming Bean Week. I don't remember seeing what the results of Bean Week were yet.
You don't?
No.
I do.
Were Bean Week results?
Bean Week was big.
Were
The
they-
crowd
Huge.
went crazy for Bean week.
I know the pregame for Bean Week was big.
No,
I
when
wanna
it
see
aired,
what-
people were like, this is the best television I've ever seen. Oh, look at that loaf.
I hope Bean Week doesn't give us the shits.
Let's give us.
Meatloaf three-way.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Oh.
If you didn't hear that on your microphone, meatloaf
Nick,
three-way
it took
from
you
Nick.
5 months, but you just had a good idea. I'm kidding, Nick.
All right, so I'm gonna tip this out. Tip. Come on. Oh,
Ooh, that's got to be hot, Carla.
it is.
Oh my God. Got to clear.
Oh, I'm gonna
Probably need a
serrate
serrated. Serrated knife.
So
Let's get-
I am slicing.
Oh, look how green
meatloaf.
it is on the inside. I wasn't expecting that, but I should have because
All the
there was all the
poblanos,
poblano.
yeah.
This looks very promising. I'm just going to say, if you want Meatloaf Week, you should drop it in the comments while
Yes,
you're watching the
please.
show because we read the comments and that's how we know what you want from
Bean
us.
Week.
I mean, also with meatloaf meat, it doesn't have to be beef. It can be
Chicken, turkey,
chicken, turkey. Yeah, we can do some kind of. I don't know how to do it vegetarian. but-
tofurkey.
Ooh. Let's have the slaw right here.
You know what I'm thinking, Carla, too? Because of like a fun one for like, what if you did a chicken meatloaf, like Nashville style?
Ooh,
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like hot chicken.
Yep.
With meatloaf.
Yep.
Ooh,
That would be good. That would be good.
amazing.
I'm kind of, or hot chicken meatballs.
Okay. Hot chicken.
Could you do that? Hot chicken meatballs? Will you do that?
100%.
All right.
Hot chicken meatballs.
Good would that be yummy?
Amazing.
Yeah.
I made some chicken meatballs, like a chicken piccata inspired meatball, and I dropped them in soup. I made a baked them.
Yeah, love that.
Them in soup. A meatball in soup is delicious. Well, you know the gay soup.
I'm giving you some extra sauce down here.
I love using forms of meatballs in like the American Italian
Yeah,
dishes,
that was wedding
marsala,
soup. Yeah.
but like
Oh.
chicken marsala with chicken meatballs, chicken piccata with chicken meatball. Like I find meatballs much more interesting than like a thigh or a breast.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
You know?
Yeah. Great texture. All right, Carl, I'm excited
Okay.
about this.
So I am. Excuse the. Okay.
I'm loving your loaf, Carla.
Well,
You know what's
yeah.
delicious too? The next day, a meatloaf sandwich
Meatloaf
Oh
sandwich.
my God, cold.
Cold. Yes.
with mayonnaise on it.
And you know what, too? I will go to the store to buy the shitty white bread
Yeah.
for a meatloaf sandwich.
Totally.
I don't want like 20 grain fiber.
No.
And I
No.
love that bread.
Yeah.
That type of bread. But on a meatloaf sandwich, I want to buy like the bread that's killing me slowly.
Yeah.
Like a nice piece of white
The
bread.
swish bread.
Yeah.
The bread that goes moldy in the bag.
Yep, the one that you use for fish bait. That's the bread I want my roll in a ball and I got a carp. Can't eat that either.
I got a carb.
Yeah. Can't eat this bread or that fish.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
This is gonna go well. I could tell already.
You're welcome.
Okay. I put a little tangy slaw. It's a slaw with vinegar in it. Vinegar that has a little bit of salt, sugar, oil.
Talk to me, Carla. Let's go. Let's go. Bean Week.
Yummy.
So fun. I love the slaw on top too because it brightens
Right?
and freshes it up.
Exactly.
I mean, I think people think meatloaf, they think mashed potatoes, but I'm more apt to like a crunchy, fresh topping.
I think so too. It needs something acidic because I think when you think about sort of Mexican-inspired food, you think about lime, lemon,
Yeah.
vinegar.
Well, I guess we all like it because we're shoving it into our pie holes.
Yep.
No. So there you go.
Really, you know what? This is delightful.
It's delightful. It's delicious. It's roulette
Anything goes.
meatloaf. It's roulette meatloaf. Why am I trying to sing like Carlin Clinton? Not a good idea.
All right, should we do a little fan mail?
Fan
Yeah,
mail.
fan mail.
2, 1.
You got fan mail. Look out, it's fan mail.
Wow. Okay.
Whew. I think I pulled a muscle. I just pulled a muscle.
I'm just praying before every show. Give me a new step to do during fan mail dance.
Maybe you should go home and practice.
Naked in the mirror, like. Did we tell that story on the show? When you were like, sometimes I jump up and down naked. Just
No, I
We did
wasn't.
not tell that story.
I wasn't fully naked. Wait, I want to clarify something.
yeah, tell us-
I
tell
wasn't
the world
fully
what you
naked,
did.
or else things would have been flipping and flopping. I do in the morning. I do the
Lymphatic drainage.
lymphatic drainage, little 10-minute warm up as soon as I wake up. You know, the jumps,
So just your
You ever
boobies are
do
doing
these?
like
Do not
this.
do this.
You ever do,
I do a little
body
stretching before I wake
waves,
up.
like all that
Okay.
stuff. Gets everything going.
Gets the
and then,
lymph
you get,
Oh, you slap yourself?
yeah, slap yourself. So you were on the soup diet where you've lost weight. I've gained about 12 to 13-ish pounds, which I'm not real happy about. So I think it's the the wrestler in me where I was always cutting weight for wrestling.
Right.
So you kind of.
And back when you had a metabolism, you could drop it pretty
Correct,
fast, right?
correct. Yeah, I used to lose like 25 pounds a week, 20 pounds a week.
That's insane.
Yeah, it
That's
wasn't
not-
real good.
yeah.
Probably not real good for me. But here I am. I'm still standing. So, but like you get very good at like guilting yourself into getting in shape.
Mm-hmm.
So I was feeling so puffy that I took off my sweatshirt, which I normally wake up with and do my thing in the morning.
Do you sleep in a hoodie?
I sleep in a hoodie. I'm always cold. I sleep in a hoodie. Well, because it also is, Liz likes to sleep with it down.
Yes.
And under the covers.
Yeah.
And I'm always freezing because I'm like, it's gonna snow in here. So I sleep in like the double thick sweatpants and a hoodie.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
The hoodie.
Well,
you
that's
don't feel
never
like
a
you get
fire. You're like
choked
ready
in
to
the middle of
go.
No, I pull that sucker up. I feel good.
it? You pull it up and
Yeah.
sleep with the hoodie.
And then I make sure Norman's close to me for the dog heat.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm
so
a
then-
freeze baby.
All right. So now take us through. You wake up. You take
So
off the hoodie.
I start doing the jumping, and I'm like, God, I feel like, ugh. So I'm in the hotel, and there's the big mirror in the hotel. So I took off my hoodie, and I did it while watching to see where things are shaking that shouldn't be shaking, and then I got to get it together.
So you saw some jiggling.
I wasn't real happy with the way things were.
Waist high, there was jiggling.
Yeah, I wasn't really happy with the way things were.
But
moving.
I don't like this because you did it to shame yourself a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
You know, so
Nice.
Don't do that.
No, I'm fine. I
You're
don't
like,
need
I'm
to
fine. I'm
I don't-
comfortable with shame.
I don't need to shame others. I just shame me. Just like it's look. As both of you know, I'm not lacking confidence in life. I'm very comfortable with myself. So if I want to shame myself into like, all right, you got to start working out harder again.
Okay.
It's fine.
You needed to see it. You needed your eyes to register what you look
Yeah,
like.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't have had to see it because my pants weren't fitting. Like that should have been the sign.
Yeah.
But I had to like be like, ooh, like my tattoo of Emmy's feet is now this big. They were her birth feet, like I have them on my side.
That's
Emmy
hilarious.
and Butch's
Now
are like,
it's like Sasquatch.
I'm like, why are Emmy's
Now
feet
she wears
so
a size
big?
12.
You may have noticed some of the boards and plates we're using. Those are all from Frontgate, including some from my very own collection.
They've got everything from outdoor furniture to decor to entertaining essentials, all made with quality, comfort, and style in mind.
And since most of it is designed in-house, you can't find their pieces anywhere else.
Frontgate, thanks for making our spread look so good.
For more information, go to frontgate.com. All right, let's answer some viewer questions. Carla, this is for you.
Yeah.
After doing Next Level Baker, what's your opinion on social media bakers and influencers? Asks Susie Q.
Okay, that is a very interesting question. Susie Q, because I think we think about these bakers and influencers, like these social media and influencers, like they're not really cooking and they're just thinking about something that looks good. I can tell you that the social media influencers were much better at plating and making things look good than, let's say, home bakers. Mm-hmm. But I think the timing, the timing was always an issue, but their food was really good.
Oh, this is for the people competing.
People competing on Next Level Baker. I was surprised about how, I shouldn't have been surprised at how good the food was, But I was, because a lot of times, you know, it looks good. I wasn't surprised. It was looking good, but they were very talented in terms of making delicious food.
Were they more talented than the bakers on the Food Network stuff that you've judged?
Comparable.
Comparable.
Yeah,
Okay.
comparable.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
some
when
really-
they cast these shows, they really do make sure that people can cook.
Well, I think
Yeah.
too, it's like I've certainly voiced my opinions on some of this, but like it's like anything. There's influencers that are incredible and
Yeah.
like very talented chefs, cooks, whatever. But unfortunately, because social media has no screening, so to speak,
Yeah.
like there's people that are. My problem is the people that are giving the home cooks bad information on how to make food or how to go about cooking something. And then like, if they become very popular because they're good at putting on a show or how they look or whatever, then they put out a cookbook with more bad information. That's when I have a problem with the
100%.
influencer thing.
Oh, I
You know?
I agree.
And quite
I agree.
honestly, that's why I have a problem with some of the TV things. Like I'll watch some
Yeah.
people cooking on TV, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you're moving it backwards instead of forward.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
I-
100%.
I mean, in the style space, influencers are interesting. I have an interesting reaction to them, right? Because if you're an influencer and you're a woman, let's just say, and I've seen this with men too, it's not just women. But let's just say you are a woman who's 5'7" and a size 4, and you show a different outfit every single day that looks good on you. Great, congratulations, because you're 5'7"
You're tall
and
and
a
thin.
size 6.
Yes.
And that's what clothes are basically designed for, right?
Yes.
But can you dress a woman who has curves at all, or a woman who has
Yes.
no curves at all?
Yes.
Very difficult to do. So a lot of these influencers are great at dressing themselves, but they're not great at dressing other people. And I want to do a show where stylists go against influencers,
Yes.
right? It's like, and just
Yes.
like, can you style this body? You know, can you
Right.
style a size 14? Just curious. Yeah. So.
Because I'm going to tell you, I have friends on television who just they are doing different things in the world, and there have been stylists that they didn't hire, and let's say they're hippie and they're busty, and they can't dress them. They can't dress them. I mean, I don't know where they got them from, but you know, they can't dress a woman's boom boom body.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes that boom boom body needs. They can't wear cheap clothes. Because you know the way things pull and the way they're cut and everything, but it's an individual thing. But I think everybody tries to make. You just have to do this. No, you don't have to just do this. If a 5'7" person comes up to me and like, oh my God, I love that dress. I'm gonna get that dress. I'm like, girl, I'm 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
I mean, this.
Yeah, and lean. You're like, we say it all the time.
Yeah.
Like your clothes' best friend.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to sell clothes, I'd have Carla wear them.
But I know how to dress myself.
Right.
But you're also too tall for some clothes.
Correct.
So have I ever told you my theory of the bullseye? Because have I ever mentioned this on the show?
No.
So I have dressed literally thousands of
Yeah.
women, thousands. And so I've seen them in all shapes and sizes. And I've seen what designers design for.
Yeah.
Right? So let's just say you are 5'7" and a size 4 or 6. That is the middle of the bullseye. Right there is what designers are designing for.
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost like mannequin size.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So if you think about that axis, that graph, right? If you are taller than that, if you are shorter than that, if you are thinner than that, if you are thicker than that, you are moving away from the bullseye. The
Yeah.
further you move away from the bullseye, the more difficult it is going to be for you to find clothes.
Yes.
So you cannot take it personally.
Correct.
If it's no judgment on you if you're not in the center of the bullseye, but you have to adjust your expectations so that you're not saying to yourself, why doesn't anything fit for me? It's because the computer did the programming to scale the clothes up or down. But the
Yeah.
clothes were
Oh.
designed on a size 4 or a
Yes.
size 6. So anyway, nobody asked, but that's my advice.
No, I think
Yeah.
I think that's great advice.
Right? So
And
don't take it personally.
No.
And always
Yeah.
know that you're going to have things tailored or things that might not work.
And remember too, I always think, and like certainly I don't know, I wouldn't have the first clue about styling anybody, but clothes always look good on people that are confident wearing it.
Yeah,
Correct. That's
true.
it.
That's how I feel.
Dude.
I like it. Like when
What?
someone walks in with a swagger, it looks good. I'm
does.
sorry,
Yes.
it
It
just
really
does.
does.
Like
You're
they
right.
could be wearing a potato sack.
Yep.
But if they got swagger,
You
know.
are right. That is the truth. Okay, how about this one? This is an interesting question. I think it's hard to answer though. What's the best olive oil? I get so confused when looking at the selections, says Travel Saint.
So I think that's a great question.
Yeah.
I have my personal favorites, but what I will say is most grocery stores now, a lot of the bigger box grocery stores, they will have a ton of different olive oils and do olive oil tastings. And olive oil is no different than any other food. Your palate is going to decide which one is best for you. figure out what you want to spend on the olive oil. Find out when your local grocery store is doing tastings. You'll be able to taste 8, 10, 12 different oils and decide which one is best for you as a finishing oil, which is an extra virgin that typically is like a little bit greener and bitier.
Yeah.
And which one is better for you, which extra virgin or olive oil is better for you for cooking, that those will be an oil that typically is on the lighter side that's not going to overpower things. Yeah. And let your palate tell you what the best one is, because there are a million brands out there. Yeah. Like from a flavor profile, I tend to lean towards Greek olive oils, not because I'm Greek, but they tend to be a little fruitier and lighter.
Yeah.
And a lot of the Italian oils tend to be a little bit greener and more bitter and bitey.
Peppery,
And so that's where I go. But that doesn't mean that you're wrong because you like the bitey one, or California ones are kind of sort of this, like wine too. Yeah. It's like wine, that's why I love when Liz taught people about wine. She's like, it's not about I could tell you what wines are great, but ultimately, your palate is going to decide which ones you enjoy.
Right. But I also think there is if you look at, if you go to Whole Foods, for instance, they'll have a Greek olive oil, they'll have an Italian, I think they have like an American.
Probably a Spanish, Californian.
And I think if you're making a particular cuisine, I think that profile of that oil is factored into that cuisine.
Yeah, because of the growing conditions.
Right. Like if you peppery, maybe bitey, maybe for Italian, milder, you think about, lemons, dill, I think of that. But I started, for finishing oils, I started looking at, I saw this story about picking olive oils, and I started looking for olive oils where I can see the date, the month, and the year. Because I will spend a little more for a finishing oil than a workhorse, right? Yeah. And that not one that it's just been on the shelf for so long, right?
Yeah.
And so it literally, and so that narrows the pickings. Right. They don't have that many with a month and a year.
Right.
And you're like, oh, is it this year? And it's not just, it's like in the last couple of months, this bottle came in. It's not like 2025, which is fine. We just got into 2026, where that was from January, and that bottle's been sitting there or in some warehouse for a year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, 100%.
I would also recommend using your notes app. I would say buy a different olive oil every month, right?
Oh,
It
nice.
would be very expensive to buy like 10 at a time and do a tasting, but just buy a different one every month and go into your notes app and just write a note. Taste it with a little teaspoon, with nothing else, or dip some bread into it, take some notes, and then you'll know at the end of the year which one is your best cooking one, which one is your best flavor one, finishing one. So that's
What's the best one with your vanilla ice cream? Yum.
You know what?
I love that.
Like
I do.
Okay, one last question, then we're going to wrap up the show. Who would be most comfortable switching places with Nick for a show? And what would Nick make if he were going to be on?
Clinton is going to be on the other side. Nick would make, what would Nick make?
Why are you saying me? Because I'm a control freak. I would love to. I would be writing on that board.
Oh my God.
Literally every 2 minutes.
It would be like,
you'd be like,
move it along. Go back to the recipe.
You know what? And I'm going to say this,
now?
and you might get mad at me.
What?
You know who you'd be like if you took Nick's place?
Don't even say it.
Oh, say it.
Don't you
dare.
Say it. I'm going to say who.
Oh, please say it.
You're going to say Gordon.
Because he was always talking like, well, I got something to say.
Wow.
Very different personalities.
We are as
in
different
real life.
Very different.
But you might be a little controlling back there.
Look.
Nick lets us do whatever we want.
I was going to say,
obviously.
how often do we actually listen to Nick? I think eventually I would get the hint that you guys don't want my advice in running the show. Nick, what would you make if you were going to be on the show?
Oh God, I could.
Honestly, I love making sliders. I do the Oklahoma one with the onions.
Oklahoma sliders, yes.
I was going to say Nick would make a burger or a giant sub-type sandwich of some
I
sort.
feel like Nick is a Homer type character. A bit giant Homer.
Homer Simpson?
Some kind of barbecue. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. All right.
All right, that was fun, y'all.
All right, so we're going to wrap. This wraps up Wednesday of Anything Goes Week.
Yep.
Friday on Anything Goes Week, I haven't even told you guys about this. We're doing a brownie bowl. We are testing all the different boxed brownies to find out which is the best boxed brownie mix. And we're going to put them head to head, and it's competition style.
Okay, before you, I know you like to tell everybody what to do. Are you forgetting something?
What am I forgetting?
Before we go
the giveaway! I didn't see a sign from Nick. That's why I didn't say. Nick forgot to put up the sign.
It's because Nick has me.
The giveaway this week is the Caraway 9-piece complete bar set. It's a good one.
I'm going to let you pick, Clinton, because you picked, I think, once this week, but we've been cutting you out of the picking.
You really have. You got a cocktail shaker, bar spoon, jigger, muddler, wine key, strainer, and the storage base.
I love that.
That's very good. All right, and the winner is...
No names,
Winner,
please.
winner, winner.
No last names, please.
The winner is... Maureen. Is this the second Maureen we've had in a while? Maureen S. from Yorktown, Virginia.
Maureen!
Second-
Congratulations, Maureen.
Congratulations.
row.
Enjoy
And you know
that.
what we gotta tell you, Maureen? Have a great day, everybody! And Maureen!
Chewed up.
Thanks for tuning in to Chewed Up. And thanks to our sponsor, Frontgate, for making the show possible. Special thanks to Fresh Direct for providing the groceries on today's episode. New episodes drop every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To subscribe, snag recipes, and dig into all the extra fun, head to chewedupshow.com or just find Chewed Up Show on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Now go make a mess in your own kitchen.